My chair, my wet weather gloves, some straps are in this bag.
Welcome to Yeah It's Red. I now get to share with you my trip to the four corners of Canada. I've just completed it about 6 months ago, and I'm now just getting to editing the footage. Some great memories as I'm reviewing the footage. And then there's also issues where I didn't capture what I wanted to. You know, we have these grandiose plans that I've got this 360-degree camera. I've got a couple of them, and I'm going to shoot film almost every day. And it just didn't quite go to plan. But I do have some things I'd like to share with you. We're going to start with my prep day, June 5th, the day prior from me leaving Stratford and John leaving Toronto, and show you my packing. And then I'm going to release the next video pretty much the same time, and that's the first 2 days actually, because there were some consequences, some things that happened that I would like to share. We did receive a lot of rain. You will hear me talk about wildfires, and that was on our mind a lot. There was a potential that in the wildfire in Kenora was going to shut down Highway 17, one thoroughfare going through to Western Canada. We had looked at alternatives. There were some what I call hydro roads that we might have been able to take to get us into Manitoba. But failing that, there was a potential that we would have to go in the States. And we were trying to avoid that at all costs. And actually, we stayed in Canada throughout the whole adventure, which is good. In the prairie provinces, we did experience a lot of smoke. I had a breakdown. We'll talk about that in an upcoming episode. We met a phenomenal amount of people. It was also interesting. It was a good thing and a bad thing, where whenever we stopped for fuel, because our bikes were all decked out for touring, you know, people asked, "Well, what are you doing? What you're up to?" And you know, we would be grinning ear to ear that we're doing the four corners of Canada, and we're going up to Tuktoyaktuk and the furthest west in the Yukon, and furthest east and the furthest south, and we were ecstatic. I had a lot of support from friends and family. I had people buy me some lunch and buy me tanks of fuel and an oil change type of thing. So I'm very grateful for that. I was very fortunate in that aspect. So that was good. It was a phenomenal experience, and I'm going to try and recant it as best I can over the next maybe 10 episodes that I might be able to get out of the film I've shot. So sit back, enjoy, and I hope you have a good time.
Good afternoon. It is hours before I leave, actually the day before I leave, the following morning, and I'm about to pack my bike to get it ready for that. So you will see my little process. All right. I'm going to start putting my panniers on my bike. I'm going to start with the front ones first. And these ones contain my hammock, and they attach to the crash bars. These ones take a little time to get on, mostly because I have to strap it to the crash bar. So the one I'm putting on now holds the hardware for my hammock, the tree straps, the fly, the air pump for my air pad. There you go. There. That's secure. I will go do the other side now. Okay.
This is the right side pannier for the front.
In this pannier, I have my hammock and my air pad. And this one sits right in front of the electronic cruise control, which is good because it protects it from a lot of the flying spray that can come in front of it. Also protects my feet from some of that spray too as well, which is good. Let me hear it snap. There we go. That one's secure. All right, gonna move. Now it's time to put on my rear panniers. This one, my left one, has my riding gear. I made this strap to just make sure to make it easier in the process of me putting the bag on the rack, so it hangs while I put things on, because there are straps that go from one bag to the other. Now I'll grab the other bag for the other side. This bag has my clothing and my sleeping quilt. It's nice bright yellow so I can be seen. So I use the helmet strap underneath to secure the one side. Leave the extra underneath the seat. Then I take the other strap underneath, give it a wrap around the carrier. So that is secure now. Now I can put my seat back. I have all my tools in here, an extra pump, I've got a test light, my tire repair kit, my fork seal repair kit, seat goes in. Unfortunately, the mount for my top box is in such a way that my top box interferes with taking the seat off, so I have to take it off all the time. There we go. So now that is secure in there. I have power going to the top box. I just have to make sure I connect it. And there we are. Now I have changed my pack slightly. So in this dry bag, I have my cooking stove and gear for that. That's all in here, and it just sits nicely on top of the other dry bag, and I can snug it. The carry strap here. There. I have a little bag on the side for my sunscreen. I carry hiking poles. I use these to create a porch effect on my fly for my hammock. So they just sit nicely in there. My chair, my wet weather gloves, some straps are in this bag. Changed it up so it gives me more space in my top box, and my other pannier gives me some room and allows me easy access to my rain gear. I made a strap to secure it to the bike, as well as it gets secured by these top straps. So now I can just pack my top box. I just have a few things to go in here on my checklist. This is my launch pad for my drone. My Sea to Summit canteen set. My Mountain Equipment Co-op wok for cooking in. I have a double cooler bag here for when I purchase perishables prior to camping. I can put it in here and I'll have an ice pack in there. And I have a small little insulated shopping bag here that this can sit in. That just sits in the corner there. I have a lock so I can lock my suit to my bike when I'm away. Trowel for when I need to go to the woods. Extra water bottle. Bear spray. My drone charger. My drone will go in there momentarily. Bungee cord straps and a pair of gloves. And keep that in there too. Okay. Bike is packed. Ready for departure tomorrow. Oh, fuel. Be right back. I will also be carrying some extra fuel. So I have two 1.5 liter bottles and a 1 liter bottle, giving me 4 liters of fuel, which will get me with another 80 kilometers. And these just Velcro to the frame and sit at the ready. I made these actually. There we have it. Now it is complete. I'm hours away from leaving. So this is June 5th, Thursday, mid-afternoon. Tomorrow morning, between 8 and 9 a.m., I'm heading out on the first leg of the Four Corners to Canada. My bike is loaded, ready to go. Exciting times. Lots of challenges. What with some road closures, smoke, fires, who knows? Each day is going to be an adventure, and that's what it's all about.
Coming up in the next episode, the first 2 days of the adventure of the Four Corners of Canada.